As I have been considering topics for videos in this series about productivity that has been actually pretty widely demanded recently enough that I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and do it, I realized that there was a recurring theme of my mentioning how essential it is for everybody to have a system of capturing every type of input, be that an idea that you have, a request from someone else, a piece of information like an email, anything whatsoever that would trigger an action on your part, to have a way to capture it, make a decision about it, and then later act on that decision at a time you've chosen. So given that I believe everybody needs some version of a system, even those of you who don't like structure, I will have a specific video for you, at least one. Everyone needs one, and I'm going to explain why. So there's essentially 3 reasons, and I'll start and end with the big one. The big one is you need to get rid of that persistent, nagging, irritating feeling that there's something you need to do or something you have to remember, follow up on, a conversation you need to have, whatever. You need to get rid of that irritating feeling because it is disturbing your peace of mind and making you less productive, whether you realize it or not. So getting rid of that feeling is really the underlying purpose. It will make you more productive, it will make you faster, but that to me is secondary to that overall feeling that there's not something hanging over your head that you have not planned for yet and that you will not remember to act on, especially in a timely manner. So that being the basis of it, a couple of other things I want to mention having a system will provide you with. First of all, less necessity to continue making decisions, if not no necessity to make repeated decisions. So a scenario wherein you're forced to make repeated decisions would be, for example, a cluttered inbox. And that could be either a physical inbox, one of those little trays, or a folder or something where you keep pieces of paper and memos. Or it could be your actual email inbox where you've just got a bunch of different emails. You don't know which ones are important, which ones you can do something about with now, blah, 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 blah. So when you've got an inbox that's not empty, and I might make a video about an empty inbox if I get any requests for it, what happens is you continually have to process these things over and over again, because if you choose to defer a decision, or if you've already made a decision but not removed the stimulus that caused you to make it, you're continuously having to look at the same things over and over again and say, what do I want to do with this right now, if anything? And it doesn't go anywhere. And you're continuously looking at the same stuff over and over again in a haphazard manner. So you want to reduce the need or eliminate it entirely to touch something more than once. And I want to acknowledge that I'm pretty sure I got most of the ideas for my current system and past versions of it from David Allen via Getting Things Done, a very famous book that he's written. He would describe this as processing each thing one time. And I agree with that. But you're doing that up front as things come in or at a specified time so that they don't pile up and that you don't have to do it more than once. And that will in turn free up more time for you and probably mental resources, which is another major benefit of systems. Another thing that it will enable you to do, and this comes back to the upthrust of what I think having a system can provide to even a person who doesn't really like structure, it gives you a chance to make decisions about the best time and place that you can tackle each type of task. If you begin to group things together by like traits, such as what type of focus you need, what level of energy you need to have or could work with, where you need to be, what tools you need to have at hand, if you start to naturally group those things together, you can make yourself much more effective, much more efficient. And that's something else that a system can do. At a minimum, that is what I would recommend for somebody who doesn't like structure. And so again, to recap, the main thing that having a system will do for you is give you a sense of trust that when you make your decision, you can set it and forget it, because you will remember to follow up on it, and you will follow up on it when the time comes, or the place, or the tool, what have you. So you do need a system, whether you know it yet or not. And I will make more productivity videos so that you can understand a little bit more about the intricacies of how and why that is true.